Few topics are more important to us. Few create more debate than housing. In recent years, the GSLP Liberal government has refurbished what they called the forgotten estates. This government housing is enjoyed by thousands. The rental prices are a fraction of what equivalent flats cost in the private sector. Generations in the post-war years suffered a real shortage of homes, meaning that today, affordable homes are a source of pride for many in our community.
It's absolutely exciting. It's been a long process waiting and a long time coming, but looking so forward to getting our key, actually putting it in the door, and then we have the key there and actually getting the house done now. It's going to be a long road, but we're looking forward to the challenge.
And what do you think about the new affordable homes that the government has created?
I think it's great, yeah. I'm hoping to get one, hopefully.
Fantastic. I mean, this is not new. This has been ongoing in Gibraltar for a very long time, and any government who supports and continues to force that through, I think is commendable for that particular government. I think it's young people love that. They can move out of the family unit and for once have their own dwelling.
But for years now, principal auditor reports have highlighted a growing problem with tenants not paying their rents. The current figure stands at £6 million. This is an example of a bill sent to one government tenant. Their rent is just £55 a month, yet they owe over £7,000 in arrears. That suggests that this particular tenant hasn't paid their rent in almost 11 years. It's stories like this which have many people fuming.
It's a bit embarrassing for us that pay.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, for us that work and pay and suffer and go without, it's a bit of a kick in the you-know-wheres. Don't me badly, I've got a single wage, I've got children, I work 40, 50 hours a week, I ain't got no parking space, I ain't got no flash car. I drive a Citroen, Picasso. You know that's a lovely car. And you see other people with BMWs, Mercedes, lovely little cars and lovely little bikes, which is fine, you're entitled to them. Pay your rent though, because if not, there's other people that need the houses.
I think it's something that should not be allowed to get out of control as it has, and I'm glad that at least they're facing it and they've acknowledged the problem, and hopefully they'll find a way around it.
They should really pay it. I don't know. That's about it, really.
Do you think it's people who can't pay or just don't pay?
I would have thought it's people that can't pay it, but it might be people that, don't really care about not paying it. I don't know.
Oh, but it's not right. But most of these people are social cases who the government, I think, knew beforehand that they wouldn't get a penny of rent from them. All the people in mid-harbours, so they moved in knowing that they weren't going to pay any rent.
I think it's appalling, and I think that the government should make every effort to recover that money.
Do you live in government home?
Yeah, that one there, facing the cars, in and out.
Do you pay your rent?
Yes, I do.
What do you think about people who
I
owe
don't
the
pay a lot,
government-
£85 a month, nothing.
What do you think of people who owe £6 million to the government in rent arrears? What do you think of that?
Well, they should be paid.
I find it staggering. It sounds unbelievable, actually, but it happens all over the world.
I think it should have been tackled long ago, across a whole load of areas. I think it's not just a rent arrears. I think there's probably been cases of PAYE and other areas that probably need the same attention. At the end of the day, we should all be up to date.
Well, I think there are some genuine cases, but many of the other people are more the civil servants. They shouldn't have an excuse why they're not paying, and things should be done not only like take out the property or the parking spaces, but see if they have any assets like cars and anything else, even if it's in the name of the partners, and they should be taken off them or any other luxuries they may have.
I'm here in Laguna Estate, which I love, and I'm very thankful to the government that we've got this bed. Or some people are in £100 and other people are in thousands of pounds. I mean, obviously, there's circumstances where some people can't pay, there's disabilities involved, some children are born with disabilities, obviously you get diseases and stuff when you get older, and there's certain criteria and reasons that some people can't pay. But the majority of people can pay, obviously. We're working people. Gibraltar's always been known for hard-working people. Me as a Gibraltarian, I'm a very hard-working Gibraltarian. It's not exactly high rents.
People who can't or maybe take a bit of advantage of the situation. Obviously, they know they're not going to be kicked out.
Do you think government should kick them out?
Case by case, I think. You cannot group everything together, can you? I'm sure there's some genuine cases of who they can't afford rent and others who really don't care and rather spend money in luxuries, BMWs.
They can't even get jobs, I'm sorry. But that's why they're running bills up everywhere. Not just what they pay for rent, it's what they pay for their car, what they pay for their life. They're way behind.
I imagine it's a combination of different factors, i.e. people who do not want to pay, people who might take issue with something or other to do with rent, and there must be those who cannot pay also.
I imagine there's a fair number just don't want to.
And can get away with it?
Yeah, if real hardship cases, I would imagine that there's a way around to help in some way.
So you think the government should be considerably more aggressive in trying to recover that money?
Definitely, yes. And they shouldn't be blaming one government to the other, and they could have done and we are doing, and they should just sort it out once and for all, I feel.
And
it's not fair on us people who pay the rent, and we do get to suffer, subsidise those that don't pay.
If the DOA is going to get away with it, why not me? So now the problem of having, instead of having 5 or 6 years rent arrears, you've got the problem of 10 and 11 years rent arrears. So although it's the previous administration's fault, it's also this administration's fault. And now, this week, they're saying that they're going to come out with legislation to get those people. But a lot of people would have gone, why should I pay when that guy's not paying or that one's not paying? And they've let theirs go up purposely, most probably, I should imagine. Not me, I'm happy to show my accounts, I'm clean.
What do you think the government should do to try and recover the money?
Be a bit more on top of them, a bit more.
Really, any sort of recovery.
The one thing I know they've announced already, which is the thing about the bone owners connecting that, I think that's great. I think we should have more of that. And certainly, if there are any advantages to be had for people who haven't paid their bills, those advantages should be taken off. So anything that can be done to recover should be done.
There's always been traditionally a number that can't pay, but the numbers have escalated. If you don't press, then this is what happens.
Do you think government should be more aggressive in trying to recover that money?
Well, certainly I was impressed that they have said, for example, that you can't take a boat from the marina or you can't take up your berth if you have any debt. And that sort of firm attitude without being going overboard, I think, is the right way forward.
So you don't think they should be evicting more people?
No.
So you've got a government flat, but you pay your rent?
Yes, I do have the direct debit facility, and it's very handy because at the end of the day, we get the tax, the rates we are given back at the end of the year. So it is an incentive to do direct debit, but yet again, it's not fair that people are getting their homes like refurbished and having lifts, and then there's been no increase in rent. And if there is an increase in rent, us people who pay the rent would subsidise those who don't. So I feel that it's also very unfair on the ones who pay.
My son's had several operations. We've gone back and forth for checkups between several specialists, to UK, to Cadiz, to Malaga. My rent's paid up though. Enough said on my behalf. My rent's paid up even though I'm down to a single wage in Gibraltar. My wife's contract was terminated for having a sick child. I work and I love my job and I pay my rent.
You're watching Viewpoint. Let's get the Housing Minister's reactions to the comments we've heard there from the public. Ms. Sacramento.